Let me start with a number that should make every HVAC owner watching this video deeply uncomfortable. 85% of callers who reach voicemail at an HVAC business never call back. I want to be specific about what that means. That's not 85% of frustrated callers. That's not 85% of cold prospects or window shoppers. That's 85% of people who had already made the decision to give you their money, picked up their phone, dialed your number, and never heard from a human being. Gone, quietly, without you ever knowing they existed. In this video, I'm going to walk you through three things. First, exactly why voicemail kills conversion so aggressively. Second, the actual dollar cost of this problem for a typical small HVAC business. And third, the 2-minute rule that fixes it, and the system that makes the 2-minute rule possible without hiring a receptionist. Let's start with why voicemail is so deadly. When a homeowner calls an HVAC company, they are in a narrow and urgent state of mind. Something is broken. The furnace isn't kicking on, the AC is blowing warm air, there's a strange noise, there's water where water shouldn't be. They don't have a future problem, they have a right now problem. And they picked up the phone, which is the most committed action a modern consumer takes. When that person hears voicemail, something psychological happens in the next 30 to 60 seconds. First, frustration, they're in a bind and nobody answered. Second, they open Google. Third, they search HVAC near me. Fourth, they see 8 to 15 other businesses, most of which have 4-star reviews and look reasonably legitimate. Fifth, they call the first one that looks credible. Sixth, and this is the part that matters, most of your competitors answer on the first or second ring. By minute 3, that homeowner has a booked appointment with someone who isn't you. And because that appointment gets completed successfully, that homeowner is now loyal to your competitor. Not for this job, forever. They'll call that company next summer when the AC goes down. They'll recommend that company to their neighbor. They'll leave that company a 5-star review. You lost a lifetime customer in 3 minutes because your phone rang to voicemail. Now, let me put real numbers on this. I've audited dozens of HVAC businesses. The patterns are consistent enough that I can estimate this for almost any SMB in the trades. A typical small HVAC business receives somewhere between 80 and 150 inbound calls per month. Let's work with 100 to keep the math clean. Industry data pegs the average missed call rate for HVAC businesses at somewhere between 22 and 38%. Let's use 30%. Middle of the road. Some of you will be higher, so out of 100 monthly calls, 30 are missed. Of those 30 missed calls, the rebook rate, the people who actually call back later, is under 15%. So roughly 25 to 26 of those 30 callers go to a competitor and never return. Now apply the math. HVAC service call averages vary by region, but nationwide the average service ticket runs between $400 and $900, with emergency repairs running $800 to $2,400. Let's use a conservative blended average of $600 per booked job. Not every inbound call converts, obviously. Some are price shopping, some are information only, some are existing customers calling about something that doesn't book a new job. The realistic booking conversion rate for inbound service calls is about 40 to 50%. Let's call it 45. So, 25 missed callers who never came back times a 45% booking rate times $600 per job equals $6,950 in lost monthly revenue every month. $81,000 a year, silently, because you were under a house running ductwork when the phone rang and nobody picked up. And that's the conservative estimate. I've audited HVAC businesses losing $150,000 to $200,000 a year to this problem because their call volume was higher, their average ticket was higher, or their missed call rate was over 40%. Now, and this is the part where most owners push back, here's what this problem is not. It's not a front desk problem. Your receptionist, if you have one, is doing everything she can. She's on another call, she's processing paperwork, she's at lunch, she's not there at 7 p.m. on Tuesday or 9 a.m. on Saturday. You cannot hire your way out of this problem, not without spending $80,000 to $120,000 a year on a 2-person rotation, which eats most of the revenue you'd be recovering. It's not a marketing problem. More ad spend doesn't fix voicemail. It just drives more calls to a broken response system. It's not a CRM problem. Your CRM is a database. It stores contacts. It doesn't answer phones.